Charge Blade. 5 minutes. Let's go. The Charge Blade is known for being one of the most complicated yet rewarding weapons in the game. The weapon has two modes, Sword Mode and Axe Mode. Sword Mode is used to charge the weapon up, and the Axe Mode is used to expend the charged effects. Before we get into weapon combos, let's go over the fundamentals of the Charge Blade first. Attacking in Sword Mode will charge your files. The files are indicated next to the shield icon in the weapon gauge. Continuing to attack will see your files go from yellow to red to flashing red. Notice when your files are flashing red, your sword attacks will bounce. This signifies you are overcharged and need to store your files. You can do this by pressing ZR plus A. When the gauge is yellow, you will gain 3 files, and when it is red, you will gain 5 files. You can expend these files in a variety of ways. For one, in Axe Mode, you can use A attacks to deal file damage, or you can press X plus A in Axe Mode to do an amp discharge for more damage. You can also cancel an amp discharge with ZR to convert your files into your shield, which will in turn give you a stronger shield that does additional damage also. With the charge shield, you can press ZR plus A to charge files and hold X to power up your sword. Also, with a charge shield, your amp discharge will turn into a super amp discharge, which will expend all of your files at once for big damage. Now let's talk combos. First up, Sword Mode. You have a basic 3-hit X combo that ends in a round slash. Pressing X and A together when idle is a lunging sword attack. You can press X plus A together in between attacks to do shield thrusts. Holding ZR will have you guard with the shield. Holding the A button will have you do a charged sword attack. Look for the yellow flash for the perfect time to release the button. You can weave the charged sword attack into most combos. Pressing A in any direction after a charged sword attack will have you slide into a round slash. My favourite combo for charging files is chaining charged sword attacks and shield thrust together. It keeps you in one place and charges files quickly. Finally, by pressing X plus A together 3 times, you will go into an amped or super amped discharge depending on the state of your shield. Now for Axe Mode. You can enter Axe Mode from a sheath position by pressing ZR plus X plus A together. From Sword Mode, you can enter Axe Mode by pressing ZR plus X. To go back to Sword Mode, press ZR and you will do a round slash attack back into sword form. You can loop an X combo infinitely, which will have you swinging the axe up and down. This will not consume files. However, pressing A in Sword Mode will. These attacks are horizontal. The third attack in the A combo will lead to an ant discharge scenario where you can either store your files in your shield or let rip into the monster. Next, let's talk Wirebug attacks. First up is ZL plus X. This will launch you forward and give you 2 options. You can press X for a roundhouse slash, or X plus A together for an amp discharge. Use whichever suits your situation better. Next is ZL plus A. This is a counter attack position that restores your files. You can also act immediately out of this. You can press X, which will charge your sword and have you perform a powerful downward thrust, or you can press X and A together for an amp discharge scenario. Let's put this together in practice. Remember that you can even counter monster roars with ZL plus A, so it's always good for some free files and damage. I always try to keep my shield charged so I can access super amp discharges. With this opening, I use that classic combo I mentioned earlier to stay in one place and charge my files quickly, and then I press A to slide away from danger and get an additional hit. Here, I wait for the counter and go into a super amp discharge. This charge blade is an impact file type, which allows me to KO Rathian here. From here, I let loose on the head, and when my files are red, I evade away with A and store my files with ZR plus A. Finally, here's a nice little sequence where I am attacking Rathian in Axe Mode, but as soon as it attacks back, I go for a ZL plus A counter into a sword attack that knocks it out. From there, I take the opportunity to perform a super amp discharge on its head. So satisfying. Anyway, that was Charge Blade in 5 minutes. Next up is Insect Glaive. I've been KRRool, and I'll see you in the next video. Gotta go fast.